Dane Grease, Hollywood firm. Fuck with your boy out. Won't you hit me for them bitches, girl? He pull up the 62. Watch me leave, they gon' be missing you in the kitchen, boo. Gets the shuffling up. All my niggas are wetting up. Oh, gang green coming, they catching up. Set you up. When you think it's nothing, niggas creep up from behind. Niggas sneak up from behind. Shit, you from that nine. That's what serve you with that quarantine. Pardon me, take your breath away like a bubble shit. I know that young and tender fun. I surrender for someone that'll get that dough. I can bet I hit that hoe. Tell her daddy that she love me. Because she eat my dick. Leave you red like a tomato. Girl, spin you like tornado. Know that boy, he got that label. Nigga, don't fuck with gang green. Hit you with that big shit. Get your career ended. Nigga, I feel offended. Best to watch your mouth when you speaking to the chief. Leave you leaking in the street. Catch you cheating at your feet. Off of them, they go. Leave you off the lane and broke. They don't alternate that code. I'ma hit them when they close their eyes. Shit, they don't know my disguise. Hide your pride. Every time I count was mine. Won't you hit me for them bitches, dude? He pull up in 62. Watch me leave, they gon' be missing you in the kitchen, boo. Gets the shuffling up. All my niggas are wetting up. Oh, gang green coming, they catching up. Set you up. When you think it's nothing, niggas creep up from behind. Niggas sneak up from behind. Leave you digging from that nine. I'm gonna serve you with that quarantine. Pardon me, take your breath away like a robbery. I speak without no radio. Maxie, he's so wavy, yo. Oh girl, she wanted that idiot blow, had to get her back. She said, Biggie, I feel freaky like Miss Piggy. Won't you hop up like a froggy? Bitch, I'm about to do you doggy. There's no way you could be my shorty. See, I don't love these hoes, I just touch them and I tease them. I'm big crip to never beat them, never. Get excited when a nigga meet him. Do him like my other bitches, man. He pull up in sixes, man. He pull up and hit you, man. Right when you on that block, plus your boss said you can't leave, cause you gotta bump that ride. Tell me when's it all gon' stop. As soon as that flat line scream, please, no more Aston Martin. Put you in the casket park, took you off that wagon car. Couldn't go with that wave, it's a shame that these niggas doing Broadway plays. Looking all shiny from that makeup, got that watch, but not from Jacob. Got that kid, can't wait to go back to Jamaica. Won't you hit me for them bitches, dude? He pull up in 62. Watch me leave, they gon' be missing you in the kitchen, boo. Gets the shuffling up, all my niggas are wetting up. Oh, gang green coming, they catching up, set you up. When you think it's nothing, niggas creep up from behind. Niggas sneak up from behind. Leave you digging from that nine. I'm gonna serve you with that quarantine. Pardon me, take your breath away like a robbery.
Somehow, some way, I got some time today. I got some time today. So I'm gonna be going in. I'll be looking at this map. Very interesting map. Um, really, uh, this stems from OTK, and it's something that he keeps on saying. But if you didn't say it, I wouldn't have looked at this and been prepared for this moment. But I'm prepared for the moment because I done been studying. I see he's on Smoke Signal show right now. Been over there for a little bit. He's been there for like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna open up with this. I'm gonna start reading first, and then when he makes his way over, if he makes it in time, depends how interesting this is, I will gladly show him the research. Let me share this out live, and then I might even play some war game, Conflict of Nations on here. But without further ado, let me get this map up for everyone to witness. This is truly a marvel to look at. You know, when you really get into it and inspect it, you know, for the the new viewer, they're not really going to have a clue what they're seeing unless they have a really good eye. And you know, it's beautiful to look at. It's so interesting to look at. I'm going to get into like even the significance of this top right portion. Obviously, I can't read this. It's in, oh wow, look at that. It's in Latin. So I see it says sola. Does that say sola or sol? For is that Greek? In Greek, that's see the characters too. Sol, Venus, Mercury. Okay, okay. So Luna, Mercurio, Venus, Sol, Marti. Can't read that. Can't read that. Stellifix, Sparanonia, Cielo Imperio. So I will put that into the AI. You know, I'm gonna just be dropping a whole lot of stuff in the AI. But OTK, I'll put this in the beginning of this video for you. Right here, we can see what that says right there. That says India. That indeed says India. Here we go. Okay, that doesn't say India right there. I see Ind right here. Hold on, I know I say India more than once. Definitely here near Tibet, right? I see Tibet, Asia, India. Bang. Another portion, India Prima. India Prima. So this word is Latin. This is a Latin or the Latinized version of whatever, right? They're saying India. So it is a Latin word. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say that if I see it written in Latin and it say India, it's a Latin word. Because we know those people over there, well, I think we would agree that they're not gonna say India, they're gonna have their own version of it. And then you got guava over here. So that's going into the islands. And beneath here, there's a whole bunch of islands already. Let me see. See, to the untrained eye, they're not going to understand what they're seeing on this map. Look, here it is. So I see India down here, and I see India near Delhi over here. Look at this. India Prima, India Prima, Delhi. Okay. India Prima. They say there's a desert. So between Persia and India Prima, there seems to be a desert. Now, that desert, from what I understand in actuality, would be Afghanistan, Pakistan. Those are the two nations currently that separate India from Iran. Where's the link so I can share it on my side, bro? That's a good question. The link is in the chat. OTK, the link is there. I'm chilling, man. Come catch a wave, OTK. Come catch a wave, man. Whenever. I know you live on your channel, though. I see you over there. You on Smoke Signal channel. I see you over there on Smoke Signal channel. Yeah, yeah. Hold up. What do you do?
What's up, my bro? Man, why I can't stream this on your side? What the hell on my side? It
You can't.
usually be like stream to your
Maybe
audience.
maybe I gotta change the settings. You gotta give me one moment.
Yeah, change the settings so people
Is
can
it me or is
stream
your
to
mic
your.
low? Is your mic low?
Yeah, because I'm on my glasses, and sometimes when I talk, my mic get extra loud with the
You
glasses
got
because
the
the
meta
glasses.
glasses?
Yeah, the glasses adapt to your surroundings and stuff like that, bro. So
That's
yeah,
fire. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I be around people, dog, you know what I mean. I be on my glasses watching YouTube, and you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, because I be blocking their ass out.
I got the same glasses, bro. If you
Where
got the meta glasses, I got those.
yeah, I got the
Yeah, I
one
see.
that's non-prescription though.
Okay,
Non-prescription.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
You could
talking
talk
about?
to it and
Yeah.
everything. You could talk to the AI.
Yeah, it translate languages, all of that shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All that. And the thing about it, if you are a prescription glasses wearer, you can easily take the arms of these off and put it on your prescription glasses. The arms is the only thing you need the Bluetooth. You don't
You
need
gotta
the
love the
lens part.
technology, man. You gotta love the
Right,
technology.
right.
It's evolving.
What you got? You got this cartography going on. You ain't seeing me. Oh, yeah, you did mention me in a post, but I didn't read the post. I just looked on it and I saw you was live. I
Yeah,
got the alert that you was live, so I was like, "Shit, let me jump in
I
with
know
my
you.
brother."
Yeah. So
Cause you know I be making my rounds now. Indian missionary got to make his rounds. You know.
right, right. Damn, I was trying to update this setting so you could share it. Just give me 1 second. But yeah, we got a map right here. To the untrained eye,
This
you
shit
may
here
be
is
you
serious.
you may be confused what you're looking at to the untrained eye, but I'm gonna give you a shot to
Let me
show us
see if
what
I
you
can
know.
turn my phone sideways and
Uh-huh.
get a better view of this. Let me see if I can make this bigger because I'm on my phone. This is what we was talking about yesterday. The map that you got to show me, right?
That's right.
Right. And who was the cartographer of this again?
It's a great question. So the photographer is a guy by the name of Fra Mauro. He was a Venetian monk. A Venetian
Ramoro.
monk.
Damn, what he
14.
doing with an Islamic name? A
Hey,
Kemetic
maybe he
name?
was a Moor. I don't know.
Kemetic, Kemetic Islamic name. Ra is Kemetic
No,
Islamic.
Fra,
You know
Fra,
what I mean?
Fra with an
Oh,
F in
Fra.
the beginning. Fra,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Fra
it
Mauro.
don't change nothing. That F in the front don't change nothing. Cause they can tell you that F turns into a P depending on sometimes. You remember now them
Okay.
boys over there they
Mm-hmm.
switch letters up now. That F can be a P too.
Okay. No problem
So
with
that's
that
what
at
they
all.
mean, like pride, and that would be short for prior. Fry would also be short for friar. So they had priors and friars. That
Okay.
was monks. Yeah, that was monks.
So I'll give you some context. This is from the 1400s.
Mm. So this has nothing to do with America. This is over there how they was looking at the world, or how they thought the world was from the
That's
lands that they already done accomplished.
There we go.
Okay, because you can only draw what you done surveyed and what you done seen. You can't draw nothing that you ain't seen yet. So that's crazy how all of this is connected. This is like a form of Pangea.
So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit because I want you to
Damn,
kind of
that
get it.
looked like fucking Africa of today, the Suez Canal. That looked like what is now today. Damn, but then that also looked like Italy, maybe Italy or Britain or God damn, this is crazy. And I can't even see the fine print, bro, because I'm on my phone. My apologies. That's why I told you give me a heads up, so I would have been at home on my computer, so I can
Okay,
really see this, man.
yeah, no doubt. When you
Damn,
gonna be on your computer later?
man, you know the night Friday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So no, it's all good.
That's
What
why
I'm
I
gonna
thought
do?
we was gonna do that. I love Monday, but you can go ahead and show this now. But Monday, I love to do a build with you on your show, on your side on Monday, and we go deeper into this shit. But go ahead,
All right. So
so I can research
before
this.
you go,
I ain't about to leave yet. No, I'm not about to leave yet. I'm just saying I'll be able to go in depth with you from the things I see because I can't see certain things
all right, I know
right
you can
now.
see
Okay,
this.
okay. Uh, uh, India Primer,
Mm-hmm.
uh, India Primer.
So you gotta
So
remember, this
first
is Latin
India,
now, right? This is Latin. It's
yeah.
from
So
Venice.
that would be first India. Primer just mean first,
Well, there's more than one prima on here, so I'm trying to figure out. Let me
and
see,
it's
because I
giving it a female, and with them putting an A at the end is feminine.
you see Persia over here.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let me show you something real quick, OTK. So this map, it might be a little confusing at first because
Is this the end of the Ottomans' rule?
is it the end of
What?
the Ottomans? Well, they
Yeah,
said the Ottomans ain't really fall until after World War One.
right. So 1492 would be way before that. So this is at the height of their conquest, then, correct?
Well, this is what I was asking. Remember, we were talking about Italy and Venice and Rome. From what I understand, this is a very rich, wealthy time in Italian history, right? They had the city states, they got the Pope going on, they have a high society and art and culture. So Rome is really like booming
You
right
wouldn't
now.
even have no Italian at this time. They would be considered Greeks or yeah, and 1490 something, they would be considered Greco-Roman at this time because
But
they done already combined with the peoples from Greece
peep
and
this
they
though.
became a superpower. So this would be Greco-Roman. They would not be full out
Look,
Italians
no, look,
per se.
you about to figure it out right now. Peep this, OTK. What's this right here?
Damn.
You see
Talking about that
this?
little compass, that star.
No, no, no. You see this right here that I'm circling? You see this little straight? You see how there's a straight where you could just get through through those two
Oh
lands right
yeah.
there?
Yeah. Is that
What's
the
that? You
Suez
see this that
Canal?
say new you see this say Numidia right here, right? Where's Numidia? Where's Numidia?
Mm. So would that be the Iberian Peninsula per
There we
se?
go. Now look, that's the Iberian Peninsula. But guess what? The map is
Correct.
upside down. The map, it's a south oriented map. So what you're
Oh
looking at,
shit.
you're
So
seeing,
you got to
look,
look at it introverse.
right. So look,
Oh,
this over here is Africa, bro. This on the top right, this
right.
whole chunk, that's Africa. Right here,
Oh shit.
this is Spain right here and Morocco over here with that straight I was showing you. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Look, look, you see this straight right here? That's Spain, Portugal,
Ye-
Iberia, Al Andalus. And look,
Yeah.
that's the boom. So
Right.
now look, this is Britain right here, Anglia, and they called Ireland Ibernia. And then it say Scotia at the top for the Scottish Isles,
Yeah.
right? And the mountains.
Scotty. Yeah. All of that will be Britannia. Correct. Or Britannia, whatever they want to call it. Damn.
Right.
So that's crazy because if you introvert this map, Britain will definitely be on the top left hand side. Oh shit, this is crazy work.
Now
So
look, You
You
see
know,
the
also during
Norwegians.
this time, bro, also during this time, you know, these boys was drawing stuff and writing things in secret languages because they, you know what I mean? Because of the persecution that was going on. So it wasn't just persecution with the Jews in the 1490. It was persecution with anybody who didn't roll with the Catholic faith.
Mm, mm.
You feel me? And if you didn't rock with Latin, dog, you was getting persecuted. So what they did is they started burning the books. There's no other things. Nothing can be written unless it's written in Latin at this time. You know what I'm saying? So that this
So
is
now,
crazy.
when you say that, where was the power center of that Latin
Italy,
culture? There we go.
Italy. Yeah, it
Yeah,
would be Italy, bro.
yeah. And from what I understand, it seemed like just the Western Mediterranean in general. So Majorca, right? Those little islands over there, Spain,
Right,
Portugal. And there was a lot of, I don't know, like power
island
and
hopping,
culture.
bro. It was a lot of island hopping and culture mixing, bro.
Yeah.
That's why they evolved to where they at now. That's why they can't tell you that unless you're talking about Cometicism or cuneiform with the Sumerians or whatever, they were told you like, yo, those are the progenitors of language because they don't have nothing before that
You
over
see the
there. You
Mediterranean right
understand
here,
what I'm saying?
OTK?
Huh?
You see we looking at the Mediterranean right now, right? It's just upside
Right.
down. This
That
is the
is the
Mediterranean
Mediterranean.
Sea. You see
Right. So
Egypt,
over there,
Libya.
all the way to your left, all the way to your left on this map in that sea, that would be modern day Israel, Turkey.
Yep, that's right. You see it right here. That's right.
Correct. Correct,
Yep,
bro. I follow you
yep,
now. I follow you
yeah.
now. Yes, that would be
Syria,
modern day Israel or Turkey. Yes.
Egypt,
And you notice,
Libya.
look how they got Atlantis or what was called Atlantis, the island that's in the middle. That's where the volcano supposedly erupted at. They say it erupted in Pompeii, but I think that island that was in the middle of the Mediterranean, bro, erupted and that shit caused tsunamis and also
Mm.
caused
So
dry
Sicily.
spells and catastrophic events like the dry shit of Africa. Because they saying one time Africa was green, luscious land. Then all of a sudden it became desolate and dry, arid land. It had to have
Mm-hmm.
been a catastrophic event. So I'm leaning towards that massive volcano eruption in Atlantis, what they call Atlantis. I'm just using the name to give
So a
people a
question for
pinpoint.
you.
Uh
So,
huh.
well, from what I see, the middle island in the Mediterranean would have been Sicily. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but
No,
okay.
Sicily is like Sicily is still connected to Italy.
Mm.
It's a peninsula. It's not an island.
They
It's a
drew it as an
peninsula.
island though.
Yeah, it's an island now because they done made canals and stuff like that, but it wasn't an island. It was connected to Italy because when
Okay.
you look at the Nordics, when the Nordics came in there, they ran and they hid in Sicily. So that's where they regrouped that in Sicily. They call it an island now. Okay, I bet. I think it's a peninsula because I think it's connected to Italy. And if it's not connected, dog, they can literally walk across the water. No different like the Iberian Peninsula connected
Mm-hmm.
with Africa, with Northern Africa. Dog, they rode horses across there to go fight in 70 AD. I think that was 70 AD. Oh, 711 AD.
Seven. Yeah.
711.
Yeah.
Yeah, 711. They rode horses across there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
They
rode
didn't have
horse,
to.
bro. They
They
rode
didn't
their
have no
horses.
navy. They didn't need no navy to get across there.
No, bro. No, they could have literally walked.
It
They
had to
could
be
go through
low
that dry
tides.
land. That's how close they was connected, bro, at that time.
No, they drew
Now
it
we
as
know
open on
one thing
this.
about water. Water erodes land. We don't need nobody to explain that. We know water erodes land. If
Mm-hmm.
water constantly running through a spot, the more and more that water run through a spot, that land
Mm-hmm.
gonna get bigger. That water area is gonna get bigger. because it's breaking down the sediments and all of that shit around it,
Right.
and that shit going into the water to make the seafloor, and it gets wider. Water is undefeated.
So what do you think? What do you think they put at the center of this map? Right. What do you think is in the middle, the very pinpoint middle?
Blow it back up real quick. Blow it back up. Let me look
Don't
at it
cheat,
real
man.
quick
Don't
with that
cheat.
question. Nah, blow it back up so I can see it, bro.
I'm giving you. I don't want you to see it. You got to guess, man. Look, you see? Come on, you see?
I can't see no words though. The thing is, I can't see no words at all,
Right,
bro.
but you
I
can
set out
still go
everything
ahead.
I
Go ahead.
love.
Go
All
ahead.
right, so use your mouse and where you're pinpointing at.
Where I think the middle is?
No, where you're asking me about the middle. Can you
I'm
pinpoint
asking
what
you.
you're
I'm
saying?
asking you. What do you think? What country? What modern day place do you think they put in the middle of this map? If you were to guess, take a guess.
Well, if we was to turn this map and twist it, dog, it would be in Europe. If we twist this map upside down, bro, it would be in Europe. If your mouse, you pointing with your mouse or you just scrolling
Look.
across the screen? My fault, my fault.
Let me see. Can you see the mouse? I don't know. Nah, you can't see the mouse on here.
Man.
Oh, you see it?
Good. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Can you see the
Where I
mouse?
can blow it up a little bigger. I saw your mouse earlier, man, but that shit moving so fast because it's white. You turned your mouse yellow, bro.
All right.
Yeah, change that mouse icon yellow, man. Make that shit darker so people can see where you pinpoint. Okay, I see it in the middle right there.
Oh, I switched it.
Damn, that look crazy just now.
That's the closest I could zoom in without clicking the zoom button right there. But I'll help you out. I'll help you out. This right here, you see this?
We're eating, so I'll be back.
Okay, I seen the mouse scroll across. Dog, listen, that part right there almost looked like how the Great Lakes look. I ain't gonna lie to you, with those two
In
waterways
yeah, that's
coming
right.
down.
That's right. Yeah, it do.
That
It
shit
do.
look like Michigan and the Great
Michigan,
Lakes,
yeah.
dog. I ain't
Lake
even
Michigan.
gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah,
But
but
we know
they
they're not talking about Michigan in 1492 though. So that eliminates that. So it's a process of elimination. When we're
well,
dealing with
what
cartography, correct? What
yeah.
topography? When we're dealing with topography, it's a process of elimination.
So I'll show you. What they put at the center of this map, OTK, is
Go
actually
ahead, bro.
right here. You see it?
Oh, I see like they got some kind of writing right there too. Is that the Holy Roman Empire? No, that's in Syria. So is that Babylon?
They put the Holy Land in the middle. Come on, you shouldn't mess. They put like
Oh,
Mesopotamia
so
in the middle.
Jerusalem. So all right, so that would be Jerusalem. The Holy Land at this time would be Jerusalem, because that's what all of them was fighting over. So your Knights Templars lost Jerusalem to the Ottomans. They never regained that back. The Jerusalems. They was conquered by the Ottomans and they just bowed down. This is when they started going underground. And your Knights Templars is the church army, in case people don't know. Your Knights Templar, your Knights Hospitators, you know what I mean? That's one of the first orders, the Hospitators, because they was giving help to people. And that's where the word hospital come from. And then you had your Knights Templars, who was like the warriors of the church. And the church later on turned on their ass. But yeah, this right here, if they saying that that's the Holy Land, that would definitely have to be Jerusalem. During Persia time, I would say it's Babylon, but you know what I mean? For the sake of it, dog, that would have to be Jerusalem later on down the line. So now that you point that out, and they saying the Holy Land, dog, that let me know that this is a religious cartographer.
Be real with you,
Correct?
OTK. I think those people's reality back then was all religion. I think
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
their
yeah,
life was
definitely.
about.
No, but you had some scientific people who they call pseudos who was going against their beliefs. So science, remember now, not old school science, ancient science, but modern day science was created to prove God.
Mm.
That's why they came up with science to prove that God existed. And then later on, it was to prove that how can it be immaculate conception? So in the mix of them trying to prove it, this is where you see the scientific split at, where some scientists say, yeah, we can prove it, the Big Bang Theory and all of this right here. And then you got some scientists that say, no, no, that's not proof. So those scientists that say no, that's not proof became pseudoscientists. So now from that point on, anything that they kick out, since they don't have the church backing, they're considered pseudoscientists, and what they're saying is irrelevant. So they had an
So
inner battle. They had an inner battle with religion and science. Go ahead, bro.
oh no, I was
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna say,
that's
so
man, that's
now
definitely like the fucking Mediterranean. And damn, that shit almost look like the Indian Ocean down there.
yeah, so the extent of it,
And,
um, there's no Australia on here. The furthest east they knew was Guava.
right,
Um,
they didn't know nothing about that, bro. They didn't know nothing about no other. See, and that's a major question. What I got for everybody, bro. They say, man, Christopher knew where he was coming at. So now I be asking people, can you prove that somebody already been to the Americas who Christopher was following? So we know it wasn't the Moors. They used that Moor story for a long time. And boy, they had us fooled. Like, boy, they came with translators. But when we go into these American Indian stories and we go in these stories, we find out these boys wouldn't translate not a goddamn thing.
yeah, no, he didn't know. He
Sign
didn't know
language
what
and
was over there.
pictograms. Yeah, sign language and pictograms was the shit.
Yeah,
The thing
Columbus.
why they had the Moor on the boat because the Moors was navigated. They had know the ocean. They had know how to read weather or whatever like that. I can't take that away from them because they already had a long history when they turned into the barbarians, when they was doing all the enslaving on the Barbary coast. But nobody knew nothing about nobody knew nothing about the Caribbeans or South
Mm-mm.
America. South America, the Caribbeans, or North America, Central America, Canada. Nobody
Right.
knew nothing about this world over here, dog, until after fucking 1493 when Christopher went back and told them about it.
So okay. So are you saying that the Norwegians and Scandinavians didn't go to Iceland and Greenland?
Yeah, Iceland and Greenland is not North America per se, but yeah, they got stories that say that they travel, but they never made it back to drop the story. So from what the stories say, they got trapped in the ice and they died there. So who was there to tell a story to bring it back? Like, yo, we
And
seen
that's the
another
thing though,
world.
OTK. You know what though? To be real, we can't say nobody listen, we can't say nobody never been over here, bro. Because we only gonna know
I'm just saying we have no evidence per
that's what I
se.
was gonna say. We
That's
only
all I'm
go
saying,
based
bro.
off
We
the
have no
history.
evidence. But I'm not saying nobody didn't travel over here.
Cause you know a
Because
lot of
dog,
shit,
if
yo,
you
bro. You
jump in
know
a canoe, if you jump in a canoe from South Africa, bro, you will hit fucking South America. The current will take you there. In a canoe, bro. That's how close it is.
mm-hmm.
A canoe would take you there. during the right time of the year when the currents coming this way. A canoe. And then when you're dealing with the Indian Ocean, you got a whole different type of current system. So listen, I'm not saying that they didn't learn how to navigate. What I'm saying is nobody left no
They left
stories.
behind. No, they left behind stories.
Right, no stories. And I will take folklore over book knowledge. I will take passed down traditions over book knowledge any day, because passed down traditions mean that your ancestors them been doing it and it been passed down, and it's significant for it to be passed down that long. And folklores contain truth. Yeah, they might be adding a little part into the story, but the whole part of it is that the basis of that story is true.
So they say Columbus and the people of his time underestimated the size of the earth. He expected to sail outward into the Atlantic Ocean, the Sea of Darkness, and eventually embark on India. This is what they say.
Right.
So,
But listen though, how can he embark on India if this place, Hindustan and Bharat, was named India? That is downward from where you launching. Why would you launch straight in the diagonal westward land if you trying to get to India? Unless you saying Asia and all of that was India at a time. So then it wouldn't be Asia Minor or Asia Major. It would be India Minor. You see what I'm saying, bro? This is modern terms that they adding into these contexts. India was not called India in 1492.
no, here's the thing. It was.
No, it wasn't, bro.
So
No, it wasn't.
So why is it on this map then?
Because then that might not be modern day today India. That might be parts of Africa.
Nah, they got it near Delhi,
If
bro.
this map is reversed, if this map is reversed,
Nah, stop, bro. Stop.
hey, be careful, Jay. Be careful, Jay. We looking at
Nah,
an
man.
inverted map.
Yeah, I know what I'm looking at. Trust me, I do this, bro. I study
You
these.
surgical, man. I'm just fucking with you. You surgical now. I just fucking with you.
Yeah, so Columbus, he said, all right, I'm gonna sail out in the other direction and try to circumvent, or you know, the other side,
Right.
and find my way to India. I'm gonna try to outmaneuver the Moors, outmaneuver the Ottomans, and go the other way.
Trade, because they was going through some beef, so he was trying to find the shortest route for trade. Because he couldn't go through the Suez Canal because they already had that jam up.
Yeah.
People already had control that, so he couldn't go that way. So he was trying to find a route around.
And that shit changed the game.
He went westward. So if you're trying to find a route around, why would you go down? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go down? Why would you go westward?
So would you say this is still a part of the Holy War? This era right here, 1492?
At this time, is definitely a holy war going on.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the whole thing about the whole Latin thing. That's all holy war. So when they brought the Latin into play, that was Catholicism taking control. Fuck y'all Protestants, fuck y'all Presbyterians, fuck all of that. Motherfucker, if y'all ain't Catholic, fuck y'all African mixed with Jewish, fuck y'all Jews, you French Huguenots, your Sephardic Jews, your Moristos, fuck all of that. It's all about Latin. This is the basis of it. This is the root of it. I'm bringing it back to the roots. Because all of them have a Latin descendant and dialect over there, bro. Even Britain, even though Britain and the Nordics and Ireland came up with their own dialect, it's still Latin based from the jump. They just incorporated their new shit when they conquered Italy, the Nordics, before they became the Vikings. when the Nordics, the Celtics conquered Italy, they left their language there too, and they became a culture together. They start living in unison. This is your Holy Roman. You know what I mean? That's why your Roman had to start to get the Nordics out of there. So now, when the Romans start becoming Greco-Roman, that's when the Nordics became mixed in with them. Now it's Greco-Roman because the Nordics was on that Greece side. The Romans was on that Italy side, Sicily side. But those are like some of your poorest firms. So the reason why I respect French, because French is like one of your old purest form of Latin. Like Napoleon spoke old world Latin. All his writings that he was writing back and all of this and his conquest is old world Latin. What's this you got up now, bro?
This is a little picture they got on the planisphere on the map, and it looked almost like a garden. See two naked women. I see an angel over here guarding the fortress or whatever the hell this is. I don't know. I'm just studying the imagery. And then they got something written in Latin here. I wish I could translate this and see exactly what it says. I can see the vessels on here too. You can see some of the vessels of the time. This is Asia.
You should be able to click on it, and when you click on it, you should be able to translate it.
Yeah, I could drop it into the AI and see if the AI could translate it.
Boy, that's serious right there, dog. Those paragraphs explain everything, and this is when they start believing in a globe Earth.
All right, let's translate this. I'm gonna put it into the AI.
This is when they try to start proving a globe Earth rather than a flat Earth. That's why he thought if he sailed west, he would come back around to the east.
Watch this. Watch that. What the AI do, OTK.
Go ahead, bro.
You know you can use that. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell the AI.
AI is a motherfucker. Go ahead.
On this planisphere.
Dog, you still ain't fixed that shit, so I could scream this off my side. Like my peoples then will love this off my side too, bro. And
I know I can't fix. I was listen. I was trying, but look, bro, it got it. It says the text on the Fra Mauro planisphere 1450 is actually a mix of Venetian Latin, a dialect, Latin, and some Greek influenced terms. Not pure classical Latin, so a strict word-for-word translation is tricky, but the section you highlighted is a cosmological explanation of distances and the structure of the universe based on medieval understanding. Translation. It says, from the center of the world to the surface of the earth are many miles. From the earth's surface to the sphere of the moon are many miles. The entire diameter of the moon is so many miles. From the center of the world to the sphere of Mercury are many miles. The entire diameter of Mercury is so many miles. Okay, so it's listing Venus, the Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. What it means.
These are the maps. These are the maps that your early American religions start getting a hold to. Your Mohammedanism, that changed into Islam. Remember now, they tell you how many miles the earth is from the moon and the sun. It don't sound familiar to you, bro? This has already been written, that they was trying to make these calculations.
They said this is a geocentric model.
The beginning of flat earth, right? I mean, not flat earth. This is the beginning of a globe earth right here, bro.
They thought, okay, this is geocentrism. So they're explaining how the earth, everything moves from the earth. They thought the earth was the center of the universe. That's how they was looking at it.
Right. That's that flat earth model. So, and they believe that they had a firmament. So you ever seen the flat earth model of the world that they had in them old Bible?
It must have been Greek. It must have been with the dome on there.
Say that
The
again,
Greek
bro.
is probably the Greek models with the dome on the top of it.
Right. Well, you got to understand now, once the Greeks took over, dog, they was the only one doing the print. You couldn't print other shit. So, you know what I mean? Dog, they did so many book burnings and so many goddamn scripture burnings and, you know, to do their ways, bro. You know what I mean? So if we conquer a land or something like that, bro, and we take over a land, everything that y'all know, that shit is wiped out. And we enforcing our shit on y'all. Either y'all roll with it or y'all get rolled on. But later on down the line, you see that when people was conquering lands, they started incorporating those people culture with theirs. And this is where you start seeing it's a breacher of a language barrier, and you start seeing all these mixed languages come out like that because they're respecting each other. So it's been a time where they really respected each other. Like you can be Islamic or you can be Christian or Catholicism or whatever like that. You can be Kemetic. It was a time like that. It was these so-called conquerors that start coming into play that say, yo, either you roll with this, either you lay down or you get down.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That came into play later, bro, with the conquering. And that's
Nah,
why you
but
got conquerors.
why you
That's the
say
difference
conquering
between
come?
conquerors and kings. Go ahead, bro.
But I feel like humans they always been conquering. Like that's just the nature of.
Say that again, bro. Say that again one more time.
I said conquering and conquest is the nature of human beings.
Yeah,
This
conquest is different than conquering, though.
okay.
Yeah, conquest, you know what I mean? You going on a quest, maybe the fucking find new land so you can set up. You know what I mean? But it's not so much as you conquering the people there. You're being part of the people there and you're respecting them. That's conquest.
Ain't no respecting nobody when you come onto their land, bro, uninvited. That ain't
Yeah,
respect,
I
nigga.
mean, but right, but if you the person that's coming on the land, you didn't know
Uh,
these people existed because, far as you know, dog, you the only people that exist. We never seen this world. We never heard these stories. So this is all new to you, bro. Like when they saw the people of the Caribbean, dog, they was like, "What the fuck?" Hold on, these boys look like the people off the Canary Islands, which we know the Canary Islands is off the coast of Africa. Remember they used to say that at first? The people of the Caribbean resemble the people of the Canary Islands. Oh yeah, that
yeah,
was big
but
when we first
I
came
think
out, Jay. And then that shit faded away with the Canary Islands. You understand what I'm saying? Because they saw that the Canary Islanders look more American Indian than African. So that's why they stopped using that Canary Islander shit, the trans Africans. That's why they stopped using that. You didn't notice that, Jay? When we first started building, bro, that Canary Island shit was heavy. Garfield used to push that shit. You don't hear nothing about the Canary Islands no more.
oh, my bad, I'm not even
Correct?
sharing.
Yes or no?
I mean, I still come across it just because I'm studying geography. So
Yeah, especially when you studying up on like Cape Verde and all of that stuff like that. You got to deal with these other islands of people
right.
who say that they not from nobody else. Like we always been here. Your people them in the Cape Verde say they always been here. That was something that got socially construct on them to say that they came from somewhere else. They don't even look like they came from somewhere else, bro.
Nah, the Cape Verdeans, they're Portuguese and just black, bro. That's what they are.
All right, so what is the black? Is that the original peoples? Or are you saying
Um,
Cape Verde? Or are you saying Cape Verde was created of Portuguese and black Moors?
it
Well,
was
how can you separate Portuguese and black at this time?
Well, the way I
Because
do it,
Portuguese at this time is called Moors.
not necessarily. No, not
Uh,
necessarily. No,
why you say they not called Moors at this time? They didn't get looked at no
because
different at this time.
the Moors were specifically people affiliated with Muslims and North Africans.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
Moors only mean they try to use it with a complexion thing, but more means more than a complexion. They were using that as a descriptive term. They say, "Oh yeah, them boys they came from fucking Saudi Arabia way, Persia way, and they also got North African in them or whatever like that, and they came up into the Iberian Peninsula and they mixed in with the people from the Iberian Peninsula." That's what they saying as far as like the complexion wise. But what I'm telling you is more than a complexion. It's also like uh fuck, how can I say it? It's also like a religion per se when they was using it because they let you know this is a person who studied Islam and Catholicism or Christianity at the time. They're both. They practicing Judaism and they practicing Catholicism at the same time.
Let's see what the
They
map
converts.
says. Let's let the map
That's
speak.
what they are.
So, where the
So when you
more
look up Moors,
Mauritania?
it should give you three groups. When you look up Moors, it should give you the French Huguenots, it should give you your Maristo, your Sephardic Jews, and your Maristo Jews and slash Converso Jews. And if you don't see it when you look up the Moors, look up the Ladinos. Ladino, not Latino, Ladino. And they'll let you know those boys were still practicing Judaism. So this is how Judaism got its foothold in America, because those boys was hiding and up underneath the banner. So when they came into South Carolina, we got them hiding their religion with Judaism, but they practicing Christianity or whatever like that and Catholicism. They came and got their footholds in the church in South Carolina, but they didn't know that well, the people of the church didn't know that the people who they let get foothold in the church was
Mm-hmm.
teaching them Judaism, which is the original form of religion. I will call it Judaism. Abraham, the progenitor of Islam and Catholicism or Christianity or Hebrew Israelite, he was a Judaist. He practiced all religion, Kemetic, Samaritanism, Phoenician, Hindu, Buddhism. He practiced all of that. He knew something about all of that. His teacher was Melchizedek.
Yeah, so I translated that the text in
Oh, okay.
Mesopotamia, and it says that Latin says Babylon is a city in the land of Chaldea, situated in Mesopotamia in Asia. It is very large, surrounded by waters and walls, as some say, and by some great marshes and deep places. Around it, there are many strong and notable places. They say its walls were of great thickness, and some say they were 200 cubits high. It was surrounded by a large ditch full of water like a great river. It is said that the city was so strong that no one could easily conquer it. However, through human ingenuity and skill, it was eventually taken. And this is how it was done, by diverting the waters so that entry became impossible.
Right. Remember, I
So,
told you if they talking about Syria, it's either Babylon or either Jerusalem when they talking about the holy city. So they
mm-hmm,
talking about Babylon at this time.
Babylon. Yeah.
Yeah, they talking about Babylon at this time, man. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, you got different people who end up becoming the people of Babylon. You got your Hittites, you got your Persians, you got your Sumerians. Remember, at different times, different groups had ruled.
Mm,
But
mm,
they all was pretty much the same stock, but different people that rule.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
yep,
Right. So
yep.
only thing is that when different people rule, the names change.
Damn.
So when it became Jerusalem, that's when your Catholic Church, that's when your Knights Templar had control of it. So they was Turkey, Istanbul, all of these are key points, are key places where the Knights Templar was protecting the church. And the thing about the Knights Templar, dog, they was also protecting Mohammedism people at the time. It would be Mohammedism at the time, or your Ishmaelites.
Mm-hmm.
Your Ishmaelites, they was protecting them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the Knights Templar was a mixture of what we call today Islamic and Catholicism or Christianity people. It was a mixture. They had so many sects. And that was their whole model. Their whole model was to protect people on that Silk Road, which was Islamic or Christian, no matter what. They didn't care what your belief is. They were just protecting people from raiders. The church, the Pope took that shit to his advantage. You know what I mean? And then, St. Valentine's Day, they so-called executed all of the last remainder Knights Templars, but we know that was bullshit. Because later on down the line in America, we see the Knights Order of Christ. So once they put the Knights and they put an order in front, we know that's the Knights Templars, but they became Masons once they come to America. You become Omar Shriners and you become Masons.
So you can't share the stream, OTK? It's not letting you do it.
No, it's still not letting me do it, dog. It will come up on my right hand side that I can do
Yeah.
it. Unless I might need to go out and come right back in. Let me go out and come right back in and see what it do.
All right.
I bet.
Bet. Join the stream. It's on their side. Share their screen. Option 2. See this. Trying to see how to fix these settings. I used to know how to do it. I'm trying to find it right now. I can't find it. I'm not sure why. These things always updating. Let me see. Let's go to StreamYard. And I do have the an article up to go in on that map. It says 40-something pages. I don't know if I'm gonna read all that today. If it's interesting though, I'll definitely read a portion of it. All right, so how do you do the settings on this? Y'all give me 1 second, man. It's a quiet Friday though, but it is what it is. Let's see if you can share it now.
Nah, it still ain't up there, bro.
Okay, I used to know how to fix it real quick. Let me see. You know what? I think I know what to
You
do.
got to go to your YouTube studio or either your StreamYard studio, and you either fix it in the StreamYard studio or the YouTube studio.
Guests can stream this to their own. Oh, I got to upgrade? Oh, nah, I'm not doing that, bro. They want me to upgrade. I don't.
Upgrade for that. You shouldn't have to upgrade for that.
Nah, it's making me do it. It literally is telling me I got to upgrade. For guests can stream this to their own destinations. So when you do it on like A1s, he's probably on a subscription plan.
Oh
where
no,
his
he made me. I'm a mod over there. Am I a moderator on your channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know I'm a moderator over there, man. I don't know if he gave me standard
Nah, he's
moderation or he
paying
gave
for
me
it.
a controlling moderation. It's two
They
different
changed
things
it, bro.
now.
They changed it. They make you gotta pay for it now. They changed it. They
Oh
updated this.
wow.
So he got a
Wow.
subscription and he's He probably got unlimited hours or
Yeah, he
whatever.
definitely got a subscription because he can have 10 panel guests.
See,
So one,
yeah, it's
regular
different.
people
When we
only let
first
you have
started, it
like
was
10.
free. When we first started
Right.
on StreamYard, all that was free.
All that was free, bro. All that was free. You only had to pay for like icons if you wanted to change your icon and shit like that. But all of that was free.
Yeah.
Everything done changed, bro. Everything done changed. For real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We
Shit's still
literally watch
changing.
YouTube grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, don't you know we going on like what, 4 years? I'm going on 5, but I'm going on 4 years with you.
Mm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember before you met me, I used to always be on Sonetta and the boys and Unscrambled Minds and all that. But before I met you over there on Q Butter channel when he was doing the marathon when his pops died. Shout out to Q Butter and his pops, man. Live in peace, man. Shout out to our
Mm-hmm.
brother with the school too. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect. I actually help support that shit too, man, because I believe in that. I ain't mean to call it shit, but I help support in that goodness that brother is doing. So, you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
But yeah, when we met on that Q Butter, you know what I mean, with me, you, Truist, and Chris Harris, you know what I mean. It's been history ever since.
Yeah. Learned a lot, man. Learned a lot since then. It's crazy.
Big fat motherfucker don't know, dog. My own, and I was a co-host over here on Roundtable Gang. We actually was just building one night, and we was like, "Damn, we need a title." We was on
Mm-hmm.
live, and we was like, "Man, fuck it, call it the Roundtable Gang, man. Everybody equal. Everybody got something different to say, and you gotta respect that." And when we came up with that shit, man, and it took off from that Roundtable Gang. I didn't even know how
Right.
to share my screen or nothing, bro. None of that. All I know how to do was click the link and unmute and mute up and talk. Where because you got on me, you was like, "Yo, OTK, a word of advice, bro. Don't let nobody else control your source." So I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull it up for you real quick because Chris Harris was trying to act like he didn't see what I was saying and kept skipping over it. So that's why you was like, "Yo, don't let nobody control your source, OTK, from here on out, man." But
Right.
because I see that you're honored, man, I'm gonna share it for you.
Right.
And then that's when that nigga act like he wasn't paying me no attention, like he was on the video game. You know, but then I caught him on Unscrambled Minds and ran him off of that because I got him to double down. Do you think more American Indians were shipped out of South Carolina than Africans brought in? He said no. When I showed him that shit, that motherfucker dropped down. He ain't never come back up to defend himself. Like for real, for real. But I got respect for him though. Brother been through
Yeah.
a lot, man. And one thing about him, the brother still keep thriving. He don't let nothing stop him. He might take a break off, but he keep thriving. That right there, I respect in the man. I don't care if we got different belief, different well, I don't believe in shit. I know. But it's different if we got uh different thought patterns per se. Different thought patterns. I respect that. I respect the brother for his research. He's very intelligent, but sometimes you just got to say, I don't know. Ain't
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. Self accountability, bro. I don't know. Enlighten me on it. But I guarantee you, the next time I come back and talk to you, I know something about it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Jay,
So
that's what separated us, dog, because we used to be on this bitch for hours
yeah.
studying math and studying research, just me and you. Like for hours, bro. Like till you
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep. Hey, man, it's time to lay it down. Bro, I gotta work in the morning. It's like you know what I mean? So our channels can show our growth. Big fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't delete none of them old shows where I only had 29 views and shit like that. I ain't delete none of them shit because I want people to see my growth.
Mm-hmm.
Word. And when I started that show, let's talk about it and
Yeah.
who you should believe in.
Yeah.
When I started those two shows right there, who you should believe in, no, that changed the game.
I was number 14.
Yeah, that was a classic series. That was a classic.
Yeah.
Who do you
I
believe
wanna
in?
bring them shit
Part
back,
7.
man, because I like those shit. I want to bring them shit back.
Remember
What happened?
when who had us down here working?
Yeah, yeah.
Light skin?
What
He
happened?
died.
Oh shit. Rich motherfucker.
So I had to go home and they speak.
What's that, bro? That's the side.
Yeah, they
Do
got
this
more
shit got
right.
a legend? Do this shit got a legend on it?
They talking about the tropics right here. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn.
He was another one.
Do this got a legend on it, bro? Damn, this shit got a bunch of writing, a bunch of explaining. This shit here is heavily detailed.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
detailed. Very
This
detailed.
shit here is very detailed.
Yeah. That's why,
So
you know,
this,
I could look at this
so this
hours,
person,
bro.
this photographer right here, dog, he had to have some old information too. And he was
Mm-hmm.
putting his old information together with new information
That's what he
and
said.
then bringing it out to say, hey,
Mhm.
look, this is what we believe it to be right now, or I believe it to be. And here's the research behind it, whether you
Mhm.
agree or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
what I'm getting out of this cartographer.
That's exactly what he said.
Okay.
He was
bet,
combining the
bet.
old, he said some of this information comes from the ancients. He put that on it. He wrote that on there. Some of this information is from the ancients.
Yeah. And see,
Mhm.
a motherfucker who don't study topography or don't, they would never know what I just told you just now, bro. I didn't never know that this dude said that. I don't know nothing about this, this dude or woman, whoever created this topography. I don't know nothing about them besides what you're bringing up now about him. So I'm just giving my theory about from what I'm seeing, just overall looking before I even get into the research on him, just looking at his concept, his worldview of things. It's like he's saying, like, look, I know this what we believed in the past, but dog, it's something greater than us, I believe also.
I got one more for you. You ever see the
It's the
Catalan?
beginning of the age of exploration too. They probably use him to start the age of exploration later on. Especially once Christopher them boys start coming back with more cartography and more topography and stuff like that. Dog, these boys start getting serious with geographical stuff.
Yes,
And
they
the thing
did.
is,
Yeah.
we don't know that these are the actual shapes of things today. We're just going off of the topography of what they're saying it might look like, but nobody has gone above and like literally take a picture of the whole United States to say what it looked like.
What they have now with
You
the
understand what I'm
satellites.
saying? Does that make sense?
No, they done it now with the satellites. Unless you don't
But a
believe that.
satellite can't give you an overall picture of the whole United States with the shapes and all of that.
I think it can.
They can't.
Why
I
not?
don't think it
Why
can,
not?
bro. Because they just can't. Because the earth is not, to me, I don't believe it's a flat earth or a round earth. I'm a globe earther. So it could be flat or round. You know what I mean? I'm leaving room for that. So I'm a globe earther. So you know what I mean? With that being said, there's no way you can shoot a satellite and see the whole United States of America, North America, off a satellite if it is a round planet. If it's a flat planet, then yes. you will be able to see everything if you go up a certain point. You will see the ends of the lands. So therefore, you can tell somebody like, yo, don't go no farther than this, goddamn it, because you about to drop off. Because it don't wrap around. So now I'm gonna ask
Wait.
Earth.
Wait.
So with this flat Earth, when you get to the end of the ocean, does it wrap around or do you drop off by the wayside of life? And that's just it. Which one?
I think the flat earthers, they believe they were in a dome. So they would hit a wall.
Okay, then. So that's a flow of earther then. They believe they on a flat plane, but then they
Yeah.
think they got a globe surrounding them. They keep them in conference. So that's a
Mhm.
flow of earther. That's why. There you go, bro. You just explained the flow of earth. A flat but globe around us, a circumference or a firmament, what the Bible say, a firmament surrounding us.
You believe
I
that?
agree. Them old snow globes where they used to have out, where the earth plane is flat, all the land is built on flat land, but then they got a bubble around them that's encompassing them, that's keeping everything contained. That's flow of earth. That's my new shit. I'm starting that. That's a flow of earth. A flat but globe earth. They both are they can be both, in other words. Nobody has a proof for a globe earth. Nobody has a proof for a flat earth. There's no proof for none of those.
I don't know, but it depends if you believe in the satellites or not, OTK. Yeah.
They say it's satellites, bro. That's scientific. You know, I only believe really like natural science. I don't believe. I only trust or I'll roll with natural science because it's explaining natural things. Anything outside of that, bro, I leave that to them. That's why it's not called natural law or natural science. It's called all these other things then. You know what I mean? And that's when you got scientific facts. Natural science don't need scientific facts. Natural science is nature. Without the definition that you've given us, it is what it is.
They called the Russians.
Boy, your boy done get right since 4 years ago, boy. I remember you used to ask me questions, used to make me stumble. Dog, you was my best prep work. You and Truist, y'all was my best prep work, bro. Word.
So who's this guy
really
you battling? Who's this new guy you battling? What's that dude's name from the other day?
Huh? Say that again now?
What's that dude from the other day you was battling on A1's channel? What's his name?
You talking about Yashu?
There's two of them. One of them got a British accent, and then there's another one you was going back and forth.
Yeah, Yashu, man, Genesis 49er. When I first started hitting YouTube, I was hitting there fucking with Chill, because Chill was hitting there, Darvis.
Mm-hmm.
So them boy used to always try to clown Darvis and shit like that. When Darvis would say strange names, them boys would put the Twilight Zone shit. You remember that?
Nah.
Remember that? You caught it at the end. And I used to be like, man, I don't like that shit. Now, they're saying the same thing Darvis was telling they dumbass.
Oh, okay.
That's why they ain't Hebrew Israelites no more.
Oh,
Come on, man. Orthodox Moor? What the fuck is an Orthodox Moor?
Nah, that shit don't make no sense.
Yashu, like, yo, you come up here to make a clown show, or do you really want to battle, bro? Like, for real, I'm tired of all this talking, dog. Let's just get it in the ring. It's no sense for me to bring out what I know now, because all you doing is over talking me. You're just talking. So let's save it for me, you one-on-one. Nobody can cut us off. Nobody can interrupt.
Let me see
I'll
if they
body
still
bag
over
that
there.
boy, dog. I'll body bag that boy too
Yeah,
on
okay.
them fucking
So how many
fossils that you
laws
was
are there?
talking
Because
about.
Moses came what 613.
Hey,
Word.
I think you should check it out right now. Kassad's over there, Gideon's over there. They having a little debate over there
Where they
You're
at?
not to be a
Where they at?
magician.
on A1's channel.
I'm trying to be a magician.
Oh, okay. I'm about to pull up
So
now.
are you telling me
Yeah,
Bet.
yeah, I'll check it out too.
Damn, man, I ain't mean to cut the show over with you, bro. You know, I came to build with you. But we got to do a show together, man. A little hour, 2 hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's do something together, bro. All you got to do is let me know, and I'm coming through, bro.
All right, bet.
All right?
All right, yeah, I'll see you on A1's channel.
Yeah,
Go listen to
peace and
that.
love, Bubba.
All right, peace.
Day one.